Roy Bennett here for Esctoday.com. I'm here with Christer Bjorkman, the man behind Melodifestivalen in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's the biggest television show in Sweden.
In Scandinavia, yeah.
In Scandinavia, oh, even bigger.
Yeah.
Now, the first question we have to ask is, we're now in Dusseldorf for Eurovision. How does Eurovision differ from Melodifestivalen?
Well, first of all, of course, Eurovision is huge. I mean, it's a lot bigger than Melodifestivalen. But otherwise, I don't know, not that much. I mean, the intentions of the show are the same. We have a few rules that are different. We allow backing vocals on the tracks, and we also allow 8 people on stage instead of 6. We do that because we feel that the stages get bigger and bigger, but there's still the same amount of people on stage, so it doesn't really fill out the stage area anymore. So we thought it would add something to the TV show to actually add 2 more people.
Would those improvements, would they be better for Eurovision as well?
There will be argument about that, of course. I argue yes. I think we should implement this into the Eurovision as well as backing vocals on track, so you can release dance force to the actual show. To me, this is television. This is a TV show, and it's 2011, and all the other competitors out there that we have to face, they don't do that much live anymore. And as long as the lead singer is live, I feel it's okay. Because in the end it's the viewer that's supposed to benefit from what we do. And if we want to keep the viewers in the future, I think we have to make brave changes.
One of the things that strikes me about Melodifestivalen is that it's the biggest selection program, the biggest selection contest in the whole of Eurovision. And it's bigger than all the X Factors, Idols and Pop Manias and whatever.
Yeah.
Yet other countries have failed to catch on. And do you think there's any reason why other countries fail to do something similar?
Well, not everybody fails. I mean, Norway has managed to implement exactly the same idea, and it works really well for them. I think all you need is to have, if you want to do it big, I mean, you don't have to do it big. You can do it small and good. But if you want it big, you can actually do this, but you have to give it a couple of years. You have to have stamina, you have to be persistent, and you have to do it for like 3 or 4 years before, your audience get used to the actual idea and embrace it. So you have to keep struggling.
Because Sweden, has a relatively small population compared to other European countries, yet all of these major artists get involved. Is it really easy to get these people involved, and the record companies?
Now it is, yeah. We've done it for 10 years now. The first 3 and 4 years I was struggling to really get through to the record companies and to the big artists. But once the wheels started turning, that the show worked, the aftermath, that the songs were played on all radio, both public and commercial, and they started selling records, and it created tours, then you're on a winning streak. So now everybody benefits from doing it. And it's in fact very, very difficult for artists who are not participating in Melodifestivalen to even get focus during the spring, because we sort of eat up we suck up everything of media and all the attention from radio. So it's we become very powerful in the springtime.
Are there any artists that you'd really love to be involved who say no?
Oh yes, of course. There are always the ones that feel they don't need us. There are also some female composers and artists that actually don't like to compete, and they are difficult to persuade because they just don't like the competition bit. They would love to be on the show and they would love to present their music, but they don't necessarily like the competition bit. So there are still a few that don't want to do it.
Can you tell us a little bit about the selection process for the songs and artists?
We have a mixture of jury and me. So first the jury chooses 15, and then I choose 15 songs, and then we have 2 web wildcards that are non-professional who are allowed to send in material as well. And they have two spots.
And how do you choose which artist gets to sing which song?
Well, I mean, the ultimate artist for the ultimate song. I mean, you want to find that magic mixture so that there is an audience afterwards who want this. That's sort of the aim.
And what do you listen to on your iPod?
On my iPod? I don't have an iPod.
Or music device. What do you listen to?
Well, actually, I listen to the music that we work with for like 8 months a year because of my job. And the only time I don't listen to music is in the summer. And then I listen either to old music that I grew up with, so that would be Motown, or I listen to the new club music if I go to the clubs in the summer on my vacation. Then, of course, I embrace the new songs that are popular at the moment. But apart from that, I don't really have that much time to listen to new music.
Sweden's famous for its Schlager heritage.
Yes.
What are your views on Schlager these days? Is it old hat, or should it still have a place?
Well, I think all styles of popular music has its place in the Eurovision and in the Melodifestivalen. So, but it has to be in proportion to how big it is outside of our world. So, Schlager these days has a very marginal position in radio and in airplay altogether, and so it should be there, but it shouldn't be dominating.
Right. Any message for our esctoday.com readers and viewers? Should they be watching Melodifestivalen?
Oh no, yes, they should, but they should also be very, very good now this coming week. Vote for a good song. We need hits in this competition, so vote correctly.